Hey everyone, welcome back. If you've recently found out your cholesterol is a little higher than it should be, you might be wondering, can I bring it down through diet and lifestyle alone, before or alongside medication? For many people, the answer is yes. Lifestyle changes can meaningfully improve cholesterol levels, sometimes enough to avoid needing medication, and sometimes as a valuable complement to it. In this video, we'll walk through the diet and lifestyle strategies best supported by research, from specific foods to exercise, weight, and sleep. One important note up front. This video is not about avoiding medication your doctor has recommended. For many people, especially those with a history of heart disease or very high risk, cholesterol medication is an essential part of protecting long-term health. Lifestyle changes work best as a complement to medical care, not a replacement for it. Let's get into the details. Quick refresher. Cholesterol travels through your blood attached to proteins, forming what's called lipoproteins. The two you'll hear about most are LDL, often called bad cholesterol because high levels are linked to plaque buildup in arteries, and HDL, often called good cholesterol because it helps remove excess cholesterol from the bloodstream. The general goal with lifestyle changes is to lower LDL, raise or maintain healthy HDL, and lower triglycerides, another type of blood fat linked to heart disease risk when elevated. Genetics play a real role in cholesterol levels. Some people have a genetic predisposition to high cholesterol regardless of diet, called familial hypercholesterolemia, and for these individuals, medication is typically necessary regardless of lifestyle. But for many people, especially those with moderately elevated levels tied to diet and lifestyle factors, meaningful improvement is possible through the changes we're about to cover. Let's start with what to add to your plate. Soluble fiber is one of the most well-supported dietary tools for lowering LDL cholesterol. It binds to cholesterol in the digestive system and helps remove it from the body. Great sources include oats, barley, beans, lentils, apples, and Brussels sprouts. Fatty fish, like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, provide omega-3 fatty acids, which can help lower triglycerides and support overall heart health. Nuts, particularly almonds and walnuts, have been linked in multiple studies to modest reductions in LDL cholesterol, likely due to their healthy fat and fiber content. Olive oil, especially extra virgin, can help improve cholesterol ratios when used in place of saturated fats like butter. Plant sterols and stanols, found naturally in small amounts in fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, and added to certain fortified foods like some margarines and orange juices, have been shown to help block cholesterol absorption in the gut. Avocados provide heart-healthy monounsaturated fats and have been linked to modest LDL reductions in some studies. Soy products like tofu and edamame may offer a small but meaningful benefit when used regularly in place of animal proteins higher in saturated fat. On the other side, a few categories of food are worth limiting. Saturated fat, found in fatty cuts of red meat, butter, and full-fat dairy, tends to raise LDL cholesterol when consumed in excess. This doesn't mean eliminating these foods entirely for most people, but moderating them matters. Trans fats, found in some fried foods and older-style baked goods made with partially hydrogenated oils, are particularly harmful. They both raise LDL and lower HDL. Many countries have restricted these, but it's still worth checking labels. Excess added sugar can raise triglycerides and contribute to weight gain, both of which negatively affect cholesterol profiles over time. Highly processed foods in general tend to combine several of these less favorable elements: refined carbohydrates, unhealthy fats, and added sugar, making them worth limiting as a category. Physical activity is one of the most effective tools for improving cholesterol, particularly for raising HDL and lowering triglycerides. Aerobic exercise, brisk walking, cycling, swimming, done for about 150 minutes a week, is a commonly cited target that's linked to measurable improvements in cholesterol profiles. Resistance training also plays a role, both directly and by supporting healthy body composition, which is itself linked to better cholesterol levels. The good news is that even moderate, consistent activity, not necessarily intense workouts, has been shown to make a real difference over time. Starting where you are and building gradually tends to be more sustainable than an intense program that's hard to maintain. A few other factors matter here too. Weight management can have a meaningful impact. Even a modest reduction in body weight, for those who are carrying excess weight, has been shown to improve LDL, HDL, and triglyceride levels. Quitting smoking, if applicable, improves HDL cholesterol and has enormous benefits for overall cardiovascular health beyond cholesterol alone. Limiting alcohol matters too. While moderate intake has sometimes been associated with slightly higher HDL in observational studies, excess alcohol raises triglycerides and carries other health risks that outweigh any potential cholesterol benefit. Sleep quality is an often overlooked factor. Poor sleep has been linked in research to unfavorable changes in cholesterol and other cardiovascular risk markers. Stress management may also play a supporting role, since chronic stress can influence eating patterns, activity levels, and some hormonal factors connected to cholesterol. Let's make this practical. Breakfast: oatmeal topped with walnuts and sliced apple. Lunch: a salad with mixed greens, grilled salmon, chickpeas, and an olive oil-based dressing. Snack: a small handful of almonds or an avocado on whole grain toast. Dinner: baked chicken or tofu, a side of lentils, and roasted vegetables. Evening: a piece of fruit, or a small serving of dark chocolate if you'd like something sweet. This is just one example of a pattern rich in soluble fiber, healthy fats, and plant-based foods, with saturated fat, added sugar, and highly processed foods kept to a moderate role. It's important to be honest here. For some people, diet and lifestyle changes alone won't be enough to bring cholesterol into a healthy range, and that's not a personal failure. It often comes down to genetics, existing health conditions, or how significant the elevation is. If your doctor has prescribed a statin or other cholesterol medication, that recommendation is generally based on your overall cardiovascular risk profile, not just your cholesterol number in isolation. Lifestyle changes can still be valuable alongside medication. They may allow for a lower medication dose in some cases, and they support overall heart health regardless of what your cholesterol numbers do. Never stop or adjust a prescribed medication without talking to your doctor first. So that's the full picture on managing high cholesterol through diet and lifestyle. The foods that help, the ones to limit, the role of exercise, weight, sleep, and a practical way to start putting this into practice. For many people, these changes make a real, measurable difference. For others, they're an important complement to medication rather than a replacement. Either way, working closely with your doctor to monitor your levels and adjust your plan over time is the safest and most effective approach. Thanks so much for watching. If this was helpful, give it a like, subscribe for more heart health content, and I'll see you in the next video.